Welcome to week two, everybody. Good job addressing the foundational topic of our course last week. Very interesting to learn about each of you and your introductions. So I'm looking forward to continuing on in week two. So this week we are going to describe our basic financial reports, our income statements, cash flow statements, and balance sheets. And we're also going to explain the different components of these financial statements, such as revenue, expense, and owner's equity. And then from that, you'll have the necessary data that you can analyze your basic financial ratios that you will need to know how to do in a healthcare organization. So one of the things that an administrator needs to understand is the difference between financial and managerial accounting, and the best way to utilize these methods in order to manage operations more efficiently. So we're going to dive into the differences between those this week. And then the way that we use that data to manage variances, evaluate processes, look at how we're measuring against projected outcomes, and how we manage our assets and liabilities. Also used for this, this data is used for budget preparation, budget analysis, strategic planning, so you know your way forward, and overall how you are measuring and maintaining the financial health of the organization. So this is going to be an exciting week of getting into that information. Part of your homework or your assignment for the week is answering six questions in addition to the questions in the discussion board. So let's just briefly walk through each of those 6 questions. First one is to identify and describe basic financial reports. For example, the income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet. So question 1, you're simply looking to identify it, describe it. What is it? Question number 2 is comparing and contrasting these basic financial reports. So what is the difference between an income statement, a cash flow statement, a balance sheet? Compare and contrast each of those, and why they are important. And then as a future healthcare administrator, number 3, which of the basic financial reports do you feel will be the most important for you to know inside and out? Here's where you're going to have to articulate a little bit more and defend your response, defend your position on this. Which one do you think is going to be the most important for you to know inside and out, and why? Number 4 is going to be identify and explain the different components of financial statements, what I talked about in the beginning: revenue, expenses, and owner's equity. Not only identify them, not only define them, but explain them and their importance. And then number 5, as a future healthcare administrator, why do you think it's important for you to understand the different components of financial statements? If you hold an administrative position that is not directly tied to organizational finances, would you feel the same? So I'm looking for some critical thinking applied to question number 5. Question number 6, identify and discuss the necessary data needed to calculate and analyze basic financial ratios for a healthcare organization. Where would you obtain the data needed? Here it would be great if you could identify some different financial ratios that would be important in evaluating an operation within a healthcare organization. And what data would you need? Where would you get it? Remember to submit your assignment with APA formatting, well, within APA compliance. 1-inch margins, 12-point Times New Roman font, double-spaced. Most importantly, make sure that you are including your citations, your reference citations appropriately. And yeah, and if you have any questions about that, just let me know. So I'm looking forward to, again, engaging with you in the discussion board this week. It's going to be, again, an exciting week of knocking out some pretty important things as it relates to financial management and healthcare organization. And I will see you in the discussion board.